Stunning day, an enormous legal and constitutional rebuke of Justin Trudeau, Chrystia Freeland, and the entire thuggish Liberal government in a blast of a ruling. The Federal Court of Canada has said that the Liberal Party's invocation of the Emergencies Act some 2 years ago was illegal, unreasonable, unjustifiable, and finally, unconstitutional. The Federal Court of Canada has ruled that Justin Trudeau and the Liberal Party broke the law and violated our civil rights in an astonishing rebuke, speaking truth to power. I didn't think I would see it. You might recall that about a year ago, slightly less than a year ago, Justin Trudeau hand-picked a reliable Liberal judge named Paul Rollo and hand-wrote a narrow mandate for that judge and set about a whitewashing process that he controlled. And surprise, he exonerated himself. And the Liberals dined out on that for a few months, with every mainstream media journalist in the country clapping along like trained seals. But today, it was an independent judge, not a hand-picked judge by Trudeau, in a real court, not a carefully scripted inquiry. A real judge, the Honorable Richard Mosley, let's put him on the screen, not one of Trudeau's hand-picked favorites. And he applied the rules of court, not the rules of Justin. And he had a lengthy hearing, and he looked into the law, not just the politics. And he found what each of us could have told you, whether or not we had a law degree. It was an improper suspension of civil liberties. And let me say something very important that I want to say right at the top, and we're going to go through this together. We're going to spend about an hour on this. And in about half an hour, we're going to be joined by two senior lawyers, including Keith Wilson, the lawyer for the Freedom Convoy truckers in Ottawa, and our friend Chad Williamson, the lawyer for the truckers at the Cooch blockade. We will have some serious legal firepower on this show in about half an hour. But I want to point out a very important thing about the lawsuit. We're going to go through it. It wasn't just Canadians who were suing. The government of Alberta, and I'll confirm this, we'll go through the law to get with the ruling together. The government of Alberta intervened, saying we didn't need the Emergencies Act. We were able to solve any policing problems without putting the country under martial law. This is an astounding ruling, and the timing of it is absolutely perfect. Coming right in the middle of a Liberal Party retreat. They're having a lot of these retreats and summits and luxury getaways where they try and script some language to bring them back from the brink of oblivion in the polls. And what a delight to see them scupper all their plans and put out twitchy Freeland. That's what I call Chrystia Freeland. She's got that irritating twitch. I don't know if it's a medical condition or if she's just someone who is a walking poker tell of lies. You know what a poker tell is? It's when someone lies and they can't control something. They have a wink or something, or they make a face, or their eyes look in a certain way. I think that's what it is with Chrystia Freeland. She may have a form of Tourette's, and if so, it's a medical condition beyond her reach. But I think it's a poker tell. The woman is a nonstop liar, and I think her body can't control being such a liar. Take a listen to Chrystia Freeland explaining that no. Just because a judge heard the case and government lawyers were there, but the judge didn't agree with them, just because in a 150 or so page ruling, page after page, her law breaking was exposed. No. You see, with all due respect, she disagrees. And so she's going to appeal it, because of course she is. Because if this ruling is upheld, who's the biggest loser? Well, Justin Trudeau, but I don't know how much long Justin Trudeau is going to be with us given the polling, but Chrystia Freeland actually thought, and maybe she still thinks she can be prime minister, she was the one who seized the bank accounts. And if her legal rationale for seizing the bank accounts is gone, then she's the one who will be sued by everyone who had their bank accounts seized. Now, I don't think she'll be held personally responsible. The government will bail out Chrystia Freeland for her illegal acts. But if I was Chrystia Freeland, I would be saying, no, I'm innocent. No. Also, because what she did was atrocious. Here, listen to this wicked twitcher, the twitchy witch, explaining, no, this judge, don't listen to the judge. What we did was completely legal. Take a look at this.
So we are aware of the court decision. We have discussed it with the Prime Minister, with cabinet colleagues, with senior federal government officials and experts. We respect very much Canada's independent judiciary. However, we do not agree with this decision, and respectfully, we will be appealing it. I would just like to take a moment to remind Canadians of how serious the situation was in our country when we took that decision. The public safety of Canadians was under threat. Our national security, which includes our national economic security, was under threat. It was a hard decision to take. We took it very seriously after a lot of hard work, after a lot of careful deliberation. We were convinced at the time, I was convinced at the time, it was the right thing to do. It was the necessary thing to do. I remain, and we remain, convinced of that. And I'll now turn it over to my colleague, the Minister of Justice, and then we'll hear from my colleague, the Minister of Public Safety.
Yeah, I got a question for you. Sorry to interrupt. Where's the coward Justin Trudeau? I mean, I know he doesn't want to wear this. He sent out Twitchy to say how thoughtful she was, and please don't arrest me because I seized bank accounts, and please don't destroy my future political career just because I was the one who seized hundreds of bank accounts illegally. Where's the coward? Like, at the end of the day, it was the Prime Minister who made the decision. And he sends out Chrystia Freeland and some other no-name cabinet ministers. Seriously, can you name, without looking it up, can you name the Justice Minister? Can you name the Public Safety Minister? No Googling. It really is Justin Trudeau and the Seven Dwarfs. I mean, I think people do know Chrystia Freeland. Can you name any other cabinet ministers? Why did Trudeau send her out? Why didn't he go out and say this in his best drama teacher voice? He wants her to wear it. I think they're going to try and blame a couple of cabinet ministers in the day, like Marco Mendicino, who was the public safety minister who was later sacked by Trudeau. They're going to probably try and put some blame on him, but it won't work. It was Trudeau and Chrystia Freeland in the end who made the call. It was Freeland who seized the bank accounts. It was Trudeau who deployed the ride horses. It was Trudeau who demanded that police arrest the peaceful protesters like Tamara Leach. Isn't she looking good these days? The Emergencies Act was illegally invoked. For 2 years, Justin Trudeau and his repeaters in the regime media have said that the convoy was illegal. In fact, the convoy was legal. It was the crackdown that was illegal. Tamara Leach has never been convicted of anything. Justin Trudeau, once again, has been found to be a lawbreaker.